one of the most contentious, hotly debated and sensitive cases in the history of contemporary India, the Parliament attack case, has got legal closure this morning. Afzal Guru, convicted in that case by the Supreme Court in 2004, has been hanged. In a top secret, organized plan by the government, reminiscent of the kind of secrecy that was associated with the hanging of Ajmal Kasab. In this particular case as well, a similar secrecy was followed. Afzal Guru, according to our sources, has been executed a short while ago. Remember, we broke to you earlier this morning that the President, Pranab Mukherjee, had rejected the mercy petition filed by Afzal Guru a few days ago. This came after Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde, in fact, recommended the death sentence for Afzal Guru on the 23rd of January. After that, it was only a matter of a few days. President Pranab Mukherjee took a swift decision, rejected that mercy petition, and earlier this morning, Afzal Guru was hanged. In the Kashmir Valley, there is some apprehension about the consequences of this decision. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah had gone on record last year to in fact talk about how, while he respected the legal process, he also worried about the consequences of this on the law and order situation, on sentiments in the valley. Do remember that while at every stage of trial, Afzal Guru has been convicted, whether it was the trial court, the Delhi High Court or the Supreme Court. In one of these trials, there was also another co-accused, Professor S.A.R. Gilani, who in fact was found innocent. He was acquitted. He was defended by Ram Jethmalani, one of the country's most preeminent lawyers, leading many human rights activists to poke holes in the Afzal Guru case, saying it was not an open and shut case. However, the Supreme Court's word has remained final. We are now bringing you the breaking news that Afzal Guru has been executed. My colleague Sudhir Ranjan Sen is tracking this. Sudhi, we have been reporting all morning that this was expected to happen around 8 a.m. and it has happened now. What details can you share?
Well, Barkha, we only have a one-line confirmation from very senior levels in the government saying that Afzal Guru has been hanged today at 7:30, and his family his family has also been informed. What we are getting to hear is that the body most likely will be buried within the Tihar premises of the Tihar jail. Barkha.
Right, and Sudhi, we were just talking about how this is the secrecy around this. It was reminiscent of how the Ajmal Kasab hanging took place. But in a way, the Ajmal Kasab case was not as sensitive as Afzal Guru. To start with, Ajmal Kasab was not an Indian. Afzal Guru was an Indian. He came from our sensitive state of Jammu and Kashmir. The consequences of this are much deeper, are much greater. There's a fragility associated with this decision that wasn't associated with the Kasab case. So what was the feeling within the Home Ministry? Did they weigh the pros and cons? Did they take the Chief Minister into confidence? We are getting reports from the Kashmir Valley that several parts of the valley are already under curfew to try and avert any sort of explosion of anger on the streets. So we do know that Sushil Kumar Shinde recommended the death sentence for Afzal Guru on the 23rd of last month. This after the Afzal Guru file has actually been in virtually either cold storage or moving between one ministry and the other for years.
Yes, Barkha, to begin with, I mean, what we understand from our sources in the Home Ministry, the first game-changing decision came when Mr. Chidambaram was there as the Home Minister. And then a decision was taken keeping all the senior leadership in consultation, saying that we will have to act strongly and seem to be acting very strongly against terrorists and those accused of terrorism. That is the time when the first file went up in the Afzal Guru case to the President saying that he needs to be hanged. It did come back again after Mr. Chidambaram went away as Finance Minister and Mr. Shinde came in. The same recommendations were kept. One of the reasons why there has been so much of secrecy, both in the case of Kasab and in the case of Afzal Guru, is because they didn't want human rights groups, or they didn't want any kind of law and order situation to happen prior to the hanging, prior to the decision of the President of rejecting the mercy plea, being carried through. So that is why it's been kept completely shrouded in mystery. And as my colleague Sunil has been saying, in this case also, like in Kasab's case, the top leadership definitely knew that he is to be hanged today, and Kashmir in fact had been informed late yesterday about the fact that he is to be hanged today. Barka.
Right, Sudhi, and of course, my colleague Alok Pandey is standing at the Tihar jail, which is where Afzal Guru has spent the last few years of his life. In fact, since 2004 was when the Supreme Court conviction came. Alok, it's all been very hush-hush. It's all been very quiet. You've been outside that jail well before we actually brought the news to our viewers because we wanted to be very, very sure before we actually reported it, though we've been hearing this news since 5 in the morning. Are jail officials sharing any details at all?
Nothing at all, Barkha. In fact, I'll just ask my camera person to just walk with me while I just take you towards the gate of this prison. This is the entrance to gate number 3, Barkha, and jail number 3 actually, and this is where we believe Afzal Guru was kept all through his years here at Tihar. As of now, you can see there's no extra layer of security over here. There is nothing to suggest that such a big event has taken place inside. We have tried speaking to these people who you see on your frame. They, of course, are not confirming anything. The law officer of Tihar not taking calls. So, in that sense, really, it has been a very hush-hush operation. Nothing, no details at all. I've been standing here for the past 2 or 3 hours. There has been absolutely no detail. In fact, on the outside of this jail, there is no extra security, nothing to suggest that something like this has happened. But like our reporters are now confirming to us, Afzal Guru has indeed been hanged inside, and like you pointed out, Barkha, he is someone who spent the last few years of his life here inside this prison, inside jail number 3, and that's where we believe that the execution also happened closer to where he was lodged inside the Tihar prison.